have been gone in every single state now. That there's been efforts from the grassroots. Let's fix 2020. Everybody, if we have the same machines and the same things that were put in illegally, like these mail-in votes in Pennsylvania, where you can turn in more votes than you have voters, and you can turn in votes for a week later. Wisconsin broke the WEC broke all kinds of crimes. With Mark Suckabuck, they did it with him. They did it with the nursing homes, and they got caught. In fact, why would she say that? Everybody ask yourself this. Gee, is it because she's a Democrat? No, she's a Republican. Is it because she's been she just wants her state to just not look at the election of 2020 because it's just too much work for her? I don't know. I'll tell you what it is. Either she is really a Democrat, if it's a party agenda, because she's a Republican. So either she's really a Democrat, or she's compromised, or there's a greed thing somewhere, or she's being blackmailed, or she's getting paid off by Mark Suckabuck, who's in big trouble in Wisconsin. Mark Suckabuck is probably going to prison just on what happened in Wisconsin, everybody. Part of those things that the Racine County Sheriff's found, you can trace right back to Mark Suckabuck at Facebook. That guy, he did some very, very bad things to our country, and it's all gonna come out. But this is where we're very blessed, is all these bad actors are bubbling up like popcorn. Brian Kemp, Doug Ducey, Mitch McConnell. I added him. Isn't that something, Brandon?
Yes.
Brad Rassenberger, Kathleen Bernier. We're going to call people out right down to the local level. That's what they're trying to cover up. That just tells me right there. If I was an investigator, I'm going, you know what? Obviously, with Mark Suckabuck's big crimes he committed in Wisconsin, and he's going to get caught through this investigation. Remember, they already caught the WEC, which is the Wisconsin Election Committee. They're the ones that made all these illegal rules for Wisconsin during the 2020 election. They're already charged. Now, if you're Mark Suckabuck and you're a bad guy, let's see. What are you going to do? That was Gableman, by the way. He's an ex-judge. That guy is in charge of the election investigation in Wisconsin. There's no end to it. He's going to get there until he gets to the truth. He made a promise to the people of Wisconsin that he would get to the truth. And believe me, that guy will get to the truth. But if you're old Mark Suckabuck over here, what are you going to do? You're going to kind of go and you're going to go down the list of your little senators, your little Republican senators. Oh, there's Kathleen Bernier. Gee, they've been just called out to pull down the election because this Tim guy did the right thing. He goes, hey, we got problems here in Wisconsin. We got to pull our electors back. There's been so much fraud here against the WEC, felony charges. So where does it end here? Where do people finally say, like Kathy Bernier, hey, there's been crimes committed. I better not lie and say there wasn't. But you know what? She can come out with a lie because she's got big money behind her. We'll cover up Mark Suckabuck, and she's got the media where it comes out in the paper. So now if I'm a person, heck, for all I know, Fox will have her on. I wouldn't be surprised if Fox has Kathy Bernier on. Those things are put into law, Brandon. If the crimes that were committed are put into law, that would say that in Wisconsin, they can do it again next time, run around to those nursing homes.
Right.
They can run around. They can have Mark Suckabuck bring in more stuff. This is what this case is all about here now, that this is to address the crimes that the state's committed, and every state has standing now, everybody. Now, when you say there's no evidence, you become the biggest liar in this country. Even the media is not saying that anymore. Do you know that, Brandon?
Yes.
Even the media is not writing, there's no evidence. They're not writing that anymore. Did you notice that?
I did, yes.
They're not even writing that because the evidence is popping up like cordwood everywhere. It's popping up everywhere. Even the bad media, I don't even think Alan Duke's covering things up anymore. He's ready to apologize to the country. He was wrong. I think Alan's ready. He's ready to apologize. He wants to get T-shirts that say "I'm sorry." You know, we'll replace it with the "Shame on You, Alan Duke" shirt. With the Alan will say, "Hey, I'm sorry, I was wrong. I was just an opinion, like Facebook, like Mark Suckabuck said I was." Remember, Mark Zuckerberg, by the way, Facebook, everybody said Alan Duke was just an opinionated person.
This is their court case. This isn't their court case.
Yeah, this is a court case. Right? Mark Zuckerberg said that Alan Duke is just an opinion, you know. And anyway, so he said, I said, what? In the interview with Insider, Lindell made the bold prediction that the state attorneys general would file a lawsuit later this month that will result in the Supreme Court overturning the 2020 election results and getting rid of all voting machines in the United States. I want to take Dominion, the company, melt down the machines and use the metal for prison bars and the plastic for the little trays they serve breakfast on in prison. For all of the Dominion people that were involved in this, all the other criminals like Mark Zuckerberg, I said Suckabuck, he misquoted me. I didn't say Zuckerberg. I said Mark Suckabuck. I mean, you even got Business Insider. Jacob, that's slander. You didn't put me quote. You didn't quote me. You put that in quotes. I don't call him Zuckerberg. He's, in my world, he's Suckabuck, sucking the life out of people. Jack Dorsey, the CCP,